Amidst all this talk of e-beggery we've had lately, I forgot to check out the new trailer for Halo Infinite. This is a gameplay trailer from the beginning, I guess, of the first level in the campaign. I'll leave a link to it down below. Now, the gameplay starts right after Master Chief has an argument with this one guy about something. I can't remember what it was, but they had an argument. He did an argument about something, and then he's out there and the gameplay begins. There's a seamless transition from that cinematic to the gameplay. It's really smooth. It is just absolutely seamless. Okay? The gameplay started and I was like, oh, this is gameplay? You know, sometimes there's a cutscene and then it's really jarring from a cutscene to gameplay, and you're like, well, obviously, that looks nice because it's a cutscene, and then we go into the gameplay and it looks, a lot crappier than a cutscene. But it was a nice seamless transition. This thing obviously has to run. They had to have made it run on the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X. So the graphics are probably not going to take the full advantage of the hardware in the Series X. Okay? That being said, the game looks really nice and crisp. Looks really fucking nice. I see all these comments under this video complaining about the graphics, how it looks, really bad, and how they were expecting more. I think it looks great. For me, I think it looks way better than Halo 5. Way better than Halo 5. I'm sure right away you would notice a distinct difference if you pop this in your Xbox One S versus Halo 5. All right? So you got a graphics upgrade. There's a lot of upgrades to the abilities. One thing I noticed, and I'm really happy about that they added, it's one of those things I didn't even know that I would want before they added it, was he's got this really nice freaking grapple. Think Just Cause. I forget that character, their name in that game. But think Just Cause, how you can grapple onto something and pull yourself. He can pull himself up with the grapple. Okay, get the locations you normally wouldn't with that long grapple. He can actually attach onto an enemy if he's fighting one of the banished, and then grapple onto them and do a melee, which is fucking badass. A lot of people missed it, probably, but he actually grappled onto, it looked like a canister or something, and then grappled onto it and then threw it at a gun turret. And then he got on the gun turret, and you can still do everything that you could in old Halos. But it seems like they just added new things, added new abilities. I'm happy that the Storm Rifle has made a return. I fucking love the Storm Rifle, okay? In multiplayer, that was one of my go-tos. All right, a lot of people don't really like the Storm Rifle. They're not good with it. But I'm really good at the Storm Rifle. And I have one request from this. I hope they beef the carbine. The carbine and the Storm Rifle, even though I know they're Covenant weapons, I know, I'm sorry, but they're my favorite weapons. They just are. It just looks like this game is very polished. It looks like they spent a lot of time on this. And they have done their best to correct a lot of issues people had with the campaign in 5. I think the campaign for 5 is by far the worst of the series. I didn't like 5. First one I ever played was 4. And then I went back to play the original 3 and Reach. Okay, 5, I don't know what went wrong. I think they got our expectations up really high with the whole Spartan Locke stuff and the story being amazing, but it wasn't. The story wasn't that great in 5, left on a cliffhanger. You get through it, and you're like, I don't know. I know a lot of you probably liked 5, but I just didn't care for 5. And I was hyped for 5. Halo 4, I think I might have chose that for one of my top 4 games of all time. And I know the campaigns in 1 through 3 are better, but I love that multiplayer. Okay? I stand out here alone from a lot of you probably, and you're looking at me funny. Just like when I told you that the carbine and the Storm Rifle are my favorite weapons, I love the multiplayer in 4. A lot of people didn't like it because of the loadouts. But I didn't care about the loadouts. I just thought it felt nice. It was fast. It felt good. I think 4's multiplayer, and 5 multiplayer is pretty good too, but just something about 4. And maybe it's because it was my first ever Halo game, first ever Halo experience, so maybe it's the nostalgia, it's the fondness. Maybe it's the fact I played it for years online with a lot of friends. So I don't know. What I do know is I'm fucking excited about this game. I'm happy that it's coming to Xbox One S and I don't have to pony up money for a new console. right away or off the bat. I'm happy about that. I mean, shit, with all the stuff I have to play on Game Pass, I might not get a Series X for a year or two. And this gameplay showed a lot of fucking promise, all right? And also, one thing a lot of people are overlooking is the person they chose for this gameplay is obviously a pro. I mean, my gameplay is not going to look that good. If I feature gameplay from Halo later on this year, I guarantee you it's not going to look that good. I mean, this guy was popping off headshots like nothing. He is really good. Whoever he is, whoever they got to do that gameplay, it's really, really good gameplay. So yeah, that's some quick thoughts on this trailer for Halo Infinite. What do y'all think about this? Those of you that have an Xbox, are you excited to get Halo Infinite later this year? Or if you don't have an Xbox, is this going to be a possible system seller?